One word to describe politics.
Tricky. Confusing.
Politicians? Oh man. You had me, if I was on the ship with the politicians, I'd have thrown them overboard. Because they never said the right thing. Believe that.
Well, my mom is one of those tricky, slippery politicians. She's a city councillor in my hometown of Salmon Arm, BC. Are all politicians as bad as the stereotypes suggest? Is it a positive or negative experience having a family member who is a politician? I went home and interviewed some of my family about the issue. My mom has to run a household where my sister still lives and owns a flower shop on top of being a city councillor. It became clear to me during my interview that not all politicians are deserving of the stereotypes.
And I thought by getting involved in municipal politics, I could make a difference in my community. Get more. So that was my ultimate goal. I mean, some say, oh, you're in it for the money. But if you calculate on different weeks how much time you put into it, you would never think that I'm in it for the money.
How have you found having a parent who's a local politician?
I'm pretty proud of her. She's been elected twice now. I helped design her signs for her campaign. I was her campaign manager.
Your mom is pretty busy a lot of the time with being a municipal politician and a mom and having a business.
Yeah, she's pretty busy between the shop and council stuff and meetings. I have to go in really early in the morning a lot of the time because she has 7:30 meetings and we live out of town, so.
How has your opinion of municipal politics and municipal politicians in general changed since your wife became a city councillor?
That's a very good question. Before my wife became a city councillor, I probably didn't have a whole lot of interest in civil politics, municipal politics. I find it quite interesting, and it's very diverse and hands-on. It's a really tough job, and I think would not be for everyone, I'm sure. It takes a special person to be in politics, municipal.
Have you ever found it stressful time-wise?
I don't know how Debbie does it sometimes, balance those things. I think a lot of times it's really hard for her. You think about a small business, a mom. That's probably one of the biggest challenges of municipal politics.
How has having a daughter-in-law involved with municipal politics changed the way that you feel about local governance?
I have always been mildly interested in our municipal politics in Salmon Arm. I have actually picketed against one of their projects. I went down with a sign and protested it. It was to no avail, but I felt that I had spoken anyway. Now that I have a daughter-in-law on council, I have become keenly interested in municipal politics. I realize what a dedicated person you have to be and how much of your time you have to give up. And I witnessed and heard of some of the very hard decisions that must be made.
Wondering, how does having an aunt who's a local politician impact you?
I guess one thing I'll say is having a family member get into city council has definitely opened my eyes towards more of the inner workings of what goes on. I was generally ill-informed. I didn't know what was going on, so I definitely do understand a lot more. As far as people coming into work, yeah, I definitely do get people coming in. We recently had a big argument over smart centers, and I would get quite a few people that would come in, I'm a hairdresser, and think maybe by saying something to me, they felt I could bring it personally to my aunt. I did find that out a lot, be it a positive or a negative thing.
It became clear to me over the course of my interviews that not all politicians are deserving of the negative stereotypes. In fact, in the context of local politics, it seems that many members of council juggle between regular work, family life, and other commitments, along with participating in municipal governance. In my mom's case, she genuinely wanted to give back to her community. It seems that having a local politician in the family has the added bonus of getting other family members and friends engaged in the political process.